wish I were God. I will answer your prayer. You just said to make up that there's no flooding. It's only God and maybe governments that can stop devastating floodings everywhere. That matter came up today on the floor of the Senate. It has been a recurring issues everywhere across Nigeria, and particularly the Niger Delta area, because the bottom of the country, if I will use that expression, is the Delta area. It takes the brunt of the floods that start from Cameroon through Benue and River Niger down to Delta, Bayelsa, rivers into the Atlantic Ocean. So we take a brunt of it. We know that there are solutions, and these solutions must be addressed without further delay. One, the river channels must be dredged, and dredged immediately. I'm not talking about civil servants' time. There's urgency to dredge all these river channels. That's number one of what must be done. Secondly, what must be done is to build embankments along the waterfronts. Because if you dredge the Niger and Benue rivers, but you don't build embankments to forestall future floods, it's a problem. And thirdly, and that third solution is to build dams. These dams can contain whatever flood that we have. And because the dams can be used to irrigate farms, the dams can be used to generate power. The dams can also be used to provide homes with water. Okay. So there are solutions. It's just a question of how soon can this be done. Some of us don't have the patience that the civil servants have. If you ask me, I would say, look, let's avoid all this bureaucracy of budgeting and all that. Set up a small group, go and meet the president. The president will invite experts in dredging of rivers, will invite experts in building embankments, will invite experts in building dams, and tell them how much will it cost to do this from this end of Nigeria to this end of Nigeria. And the president will make a provision under a special arrangement outside normal budgetary provisions. Special budgetary provision can be made by the president. It does not matter how much the cost is, because the cost of floods can be so devastating. Houses are destroyed, lives are lost, farms are destroyed, no livelihood for those who are affected. And millions of people are affected annually. If I were to be president, you know what, I would just invite 10 companies known nationally. There could be civil engineering, there could be what other engineering, structural engineers, and tell them to give me the cost and get National Assembly to back him up in this special expenditure. And this can be done within 1 week. 1 week we can be addressing this issue with all the experts involved, and we can simply say to the experts, you know, for example, the dredging of Niger, if the length is about let's say 500 kilometers to dredge the Benue and River Niger, 500 kilometer work that needs to be done. We can say 5 major companies take 100 kilometers each. Do you understand? Mobilize them to site immediately and stop the unnecessary flooding every year. It happens every year. And we just think that it's enough to pass a resolution and then send it to the Ministry of Environment or Ministry of Works, and you know how they work there. For the next 6 months, there'll be one file from another. This is beyond that. It's just like the oil spillage that you mentioned. Oil spillages and gas flarings and environmental degradations are such huge problems that should not be handled by civil servants. You know,